For next week's appointment, is the 12 o'clock still open or no? Next Tuesday? Okay, let's switch the 11 to the 12. Okay, thank you. This time,
So whoever booked this put you down as director, but I'm gonna update it. That's okay. Yep. Thanks. You sort of idea what kind of worksheets you want to make or nothing yet.
I think so. My professor gave me feedback with the lesson plan.
Scared to read this because you see sections, templates are very detailed, especially. That's good. How will you support scaffold writing a short story in a group? We have a template, sentence starters, etc. Make sure that your rubric allows you to assess all the objectives, content, and language. Be sure to include all materials, including worksheets, pictures, flashcards, matching game, and rubric are included in your submission. Okay. So, do you understand this critique right here? What he means by this? How will you support or scaffold writing a short story in a group? Do you understand what he's asking? First sentence right here.
No. What I will do to help the students in the group.
Right. So how will you set up the activity so that the students won't be completely by themselves on their own? How will you provide them with support? Like for example, if they're writing this short story, this part in your lesson plan, will it be a group activity? Like, will they be able to share ideas with each other? Like that's scaffolding, like getting assistance from each other, or if they see an example, like if you show them an example on the overhead projector of a story that they could look at, not to copy, but just to get an idea of your idea of what the story should look like. That's another kind of scaffolding. Does that make sense? Okay. So here it looks like he wants you to specify how you're going to scaffold in your lesson plan.
In the lesson plan?
Yes. Correct. Yeah, that's what he means by that. Yeah. So does that make sense? Okay. Let's look at the next part. And that's what he means by this. Will they have a template? So a template is like an example of different parts of the story that you want them to include in the story. Like for example, you can have like an outline, and then it says include an introduction, the body of the story, and then a conclusion. That could be a template. You know what I mean? Okay. And sentence starters. That could be like, what's an example of a sentence starter? Sentence starter. I believe a sentence starter, if I'm not mistaken, is like,
Yeah, that's the one.
so for example, you can provide examples of how the sentences should begin, but then leave the rest blank for them to fill in.
Oh, how to put in the place.
Right? It's not exactly fill in the blank though.
Mhm.
It's like you're just gonna begin the sentence
Mhm.
like so what's this story about again that they're gonna write?
Mm.
Kids will write short stories about the habitat of their choice and what the animals are doing. Okay, so the sentence starter could be the habitat of my choice is, and then ellipses following, or like dot dot dot, and that's an example of a sentence starter because then they have to complete it. So you start it for them, but you don't give them the whole thing. Does that make sense? Yeah. The habitat of my choice is dot 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 because okay. Yeah, that might work. Okay. Okay. And let's see the next part. Make sure that your rubric allows you to assess all of the objectives, content, and language. So if he told you this, then I believe you need to go through your rubric and make sure that it covers like all parts of your lesson plan. That it has a row for each part.
I
So
think we saw the music last Friday.
right. But the thing is, like
My professor didn't raise the rubric, the discussion board yet, so I'm not sure what they give me for the discussion board.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I might get the gray later today for
Uh-huh.
the other part.
Okay. But what I'm trying to say is if I see what you're saying.
It's just to put the language and the content. It included all the language part. As for the language, I still could just had the for objective.
So are you saying that this is just a reminder?
I think so. I think this was because this was so far the week before last week,
Mhm.
or like the last week. This is the grade I got last week, maybe
Right.
Tuesday in the afternoon.
Oh,
So I didn't submit the rubric yet. So I submit the rubric last week.
got it.
So I don't get the
So
grade.
so this doesn't apply to that because he wouldn't have known. He didn't see your rubric by then.
Yeah, this just the lesson plan.
It's a reminder. That's what it is. Okay. All right. That makes it easy. Okay, so
Yes.
that's that.
With,
Let's focus on the worksheets now. What do you say?
Um, we're kind of changing some of them some of the objectives to the language.
Which objectives did you change?
Oh,
Let
I
me know
think
so I don't have
mostly
to
the
read.
reading and the
Reading and listening? All right, let me see.
focus with everybody.
SWBAT. Students will be able to identify and match the names and words of habitats with the pictures of different habitats, and identify and match the names of animals with the associated pictures in pairs. Students will be able to place animals in their correct habitats. Okay. Okay. And then listening objective. Students will be able to identify the different habitats and animals they like the most or identify with after hearing the short stories. Students will be able to listen to verbal statements about animals of the same class or kingdom, fish, reptiles, amphibians, etc., and the likeliest habitat in which they will be able to live. Okay. Sounds good.
I suppose started to have some of the or edit some of the pictures
Ooh, those are nice.
at the desert.
Where did you find those?
From Google. I think I may need to put them as for citation, the resource.
Are those buildings? Those look like buildings.
Yeah, this is the thing from the back.
That's beautiful. Wow, that's nice
This is
too.
for
Oh, wow. Water.
and then I've got those animals that I mentioned.
Wow, look at those.
But it seems like I have more for the desert.
Can you
Yes.
scroll down real quick? Okay, so be really careful with this picture because that's a camel spider. Technically, a camel spider is not a real spider. It's more closely related to scorpions, I believe. You know what? Let me double check just to make sure. I could be wrong, but I think I read somewhere. I'm just saying because you might want to get a different picture that of a real spider. You know what I mean? Like a tarantula or a black widow, maybe. But I don't think a camel spider is a real spider. Let me see.
Then yeah.
Class arachnida, not very interesting. Camel spiders, scorpions, spiders. The invertebrates are species. Spider.
Oh my God. I just remembered where I was gonna write it out.
Wait, what?
Okay, I'm gonna write it before I forget it.
All right, so it says here, called camel spiders, barred skierders, or beard cutters, sun spiders, wind scorpions, and other colorful things are an order of arachnids that are neither spiders nor scorpions
So what is not?
and are notable for their intimidating jaws. Yeah, so that's
So they're not spider.
technically no.
Yeah.
So that's what that is. It's a camel spider. Is it an ant? Let me see. Despite the resemblance to spiders, they actually belong to the order
And then I thought
Solifugae, which separates them from spiders.
They're not spider.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, you can easily find another picture of a, like I said, a tarantula or a black widow spider or a wolf spider, anything like that, or a trapdoor spider. All of those are actual spiders.
Okay.
All right. Let's see what else we got going on here.
The water.
I think that I like the minute. Yeah.
I started to rate the worksheet. This one I was gonna put the little pictures on here, under here, or like on another separate sheet of paper, so where they can cut out and paste. This is what they'll call one of the group activity.
That's correct. Anyway.
So they're going to need to match the pictures with those boxes.
Yeah, I think I had one.
Okay, so that's a matching activity. Which part of your lesson plan is that under? Is it under like listening, speaking, reading, writing? Like which part is it under?
I think that part was the so-called step 3,
Step 3?
but somehow I would change the slide.
Okay.
That thing I was doing here.
But which part is this under though?
It's the objectives.
Yeah, exactly. Like, is it reading?
This, they're not really reading, they're so-called matching the pictures. Maybe that's just the content.
So you don't have it under one of your
Yeah, it was
objectives.
more of the content of identifying. It would be the reading.
Okay. The reason I'm asking is because
Or should I label it with objective?
well, my question is, does your professor want each one of your activities to belong to one of your objectives?
This is the
Okay.
this project.
Okay. But can you tell me if he said that somewhere though? Because you should be familiar with this.
On the picture, It's the lesson part matchup with these.
Whatever order.
Should focus on the objective.
Grades.
And the assessment should measure whether students have met the objective.
Okay.
This part.
Okay. All right. Okay, so
Yes.
that's your first one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have another one? Those are great pictures, by the way. I like those.
This is that one. So then maybe then I cut the pictures out and then put them in there.
Okay.
And then this is the matching. With just there'll be just the animals and the habitats with it.
Okay.
Yeah, this one is so called the one with the drawing the line. The animal.
Okay. All right.
And then this is the rating.
Writing activity. Okay. Choose from one of the following sentence starters. Okay.
You set it up like that.
Oh, you got sentence starters. The desert is really hot. The forest is really big and green.
Yeah, like
The ocean water is
kind of like
really cool. Okay.
That
Do you think they have enough lines? The reason I'm asking is because for an activity like this, I like to fill the entire page. Not that much because then it's going to the next page. But like right here, that could be
is the
perfect.
last one.
But not these two. Just the entire page. Yeah, perfect. Gives them more space to write.
It's so cool. I have I think I have two writing.
Okay. So that's
Two
that.
writing. Two writing.
Two writing activities.
Yeah, I think I did.
Does your professor want you to create activities from scratch, or can you find an activity that's already been made from the internet and place it in this assignment?
I think we have to make it up.
Okay.
They actually don't say. I think we might.
If your professor is okay with finding pre-made worksheets from the internet and putting them in there, then I can show you where to find plots.
And the
You know what I mean?
The don't say it. Doesn't say.
Do you think you can possibly ask your professor?
I think if I do that, I just need to cite it in the resource.
Do you want me to show you where to look?
Yeah, sure.
Go to Google. Type ISL. .com. Back up a little. Whoa, okay, never mind. ISL.
I don't know why.
Dot. Wait. Right here. ISL Collective. Click on that. Okay. Click on ISL Collective.
I don't know. It seems like that.
That's the website, by the way. ISL Collective. There's a lot of people from all around the world who have an ISL account, and they upload their worksheets for everybody else to access, share with one another. Okay.
Mhm.
So if this is a career that you're really interested in doing, it's a good idea to know about this website and how to navigate it. When I was overseas teaching, this was my go-to website most of the time to find worksheets and stuff. And why is it taking such a long time to load?
Yeah.
That wheel just keeps spinning and spinning.
Yeah.
Try stopping the load by clicking on that X and then click on it again. See what happens.
Then I get
Close this YouTube tab.
Yeah.
you know how to do that. Like,
I think I know. I have to. But it seems- I thought you had that.
well, I was gonna say, the way to do it is go to now. And actually click on the way for my style guide, but don't worry.
I don't know why it's taking such a long time.
Whatever you type in, whatever it is. The title of your article. You put it style here. Click style here. There may be
That's it. I mean, I don't know what the layout is to this. if you don't have access to sheets, it's,
Mhm.
it's going to ask you it's going to let you say to the website. Any worksheet that download it for free. They'll ask you for a donation every once in a while,
Mhm.
because the website does run on donations,
Mhm.
but you don't have to pay for a membership. It's 100% optional.
Mhm.
So you have complete access to everything that the website has to offer if you want. So that's one way to approach it. And then once you have access to that website, there's a search engine, and on the search engine, you just type like a few keywords. So you could type animals or habitats or animals and habitats to see if you can find worksheets that have a combination of the two together. And then it'll give you a list of worksheets that people have created in the past
Mhm.
and uploaded to the website. So then it's just a matter of going through what's on there
Mhm.
and picking and choosing which ones you like the most, which ones look like they relate to what you're trying to teach, and then pick them, and then you just download them. More often than not, they come in Word documents, which makes it easy.
Mhm.
Because if they're in Word documents, you can copy what's on the Word document and paste it either on your Word document for the lesson plan that you're making, or paste it onto the Google Doc if you have it on the Google Doc.
Mhm.
I can't remember which one. But you know, if they were in PDF, you wouldn't be able to do that. But Word, perfect. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, what else? You know what I'll do?
Yes.
I'll show you a quick demonstration of the ISL collective. And I'll give you an idea of what it has to offer. Let me see. So it is. So I'm right here. Your trick options. I don't want to trick because I'm pairing like that. Okay, login. And then for my credentials, this is what I'm talking about. Log in with Google. So I made my account, my Gmail. So this is Gmail that I. Now I'm in. So now it's just a matter of searching the worksheets. So let me type animals. There are 3,314 animals English ESL worksheets in both PDF and Word docs. You're probably not going to get this. This says this site is free to use thanks to ads. Please consider disabling your ad blocker. I never disable my ad blocker because of ads. But as you can see, there are thousands to choose from. And then this is what tells you whether it's a Word document or a PDF. So these are all Word documents. You've got a word search here. Let's have a look at this. What's this? Animals, animals. Two different parts: a reading exercise and the worksheets to be filled. Let's have a closer look at this one. See exactly what it is. Animals, animals. This, by the way, is what the worksheet looks like. So, okay, you've got snake, giraffe. 1 out of 10. This thing's got 10 parts to it. That's long. I don't think I would choose this, but let's have a look at it nevertheless. So it's got example sentences. What's this? It's a snake. What color is it? It's green, brown, and red. By the way, a lot of these sentences, like a lot of these worksheets, you can tell that they're made by Europeans because they have different ways of spelling certain words. In American English, we spell color C-O-L-O-R. And in Europe, they spell it like this, C-O-L-O-U-R. Okay. So what I like to do is when I download worksheets like this off of this website, if I see anything like that, I'll go through it and I'll update it so that it's using American English. Because after all, we're in the United States. So so that's what I do first. It's a good idea to do that with the worksheets in case you need to, just to prevent confusion. So it looks like it's just a lot of reading and possible speaking practice too, if you want them to read these out loud. You can get a lot of speaking practice. What you could also do with something like this is you can take worksheets like this and not necessarily copy it word for word and use it just like this, but you can use something like this to inspire an idea. So for example, if I was putting together a lesson plan like this and I saw this, what I might do is create an activity for my students, pair work, like two students together, and I would create an activity where they have worksheets and one student might have questions on their worksheet. What is this? And then maybe a picture of the zebra next to the question. And then the student can show the worksheet to the partner who's sitting across the way And then the partner would have to say it's a zebra.
Mm,
You can turn it into a speaking practice activity that way. And then they can take turns. They can go back and forth. And you can turn this into an activity like that using the material that you have, using the animals that you've chosen and the habitats that you've chosen.
Mm.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's an example of not using something word for word from this website, but getting inspiration from it and saying like, aha, I don't, this may have other animals that are different from the activity that I have, but I could take this idea and use the animals that I have
Yeah.
and make something, unique and specific for my lesson.
Yes.
You
Okay.
see what I mean? But that's a great thing about this website, though, is that not only does it provide you with, as you can see, thousands and thousands of worksheets to choose from, but it can spark like an idea. It'll give you a little bit of inspiration to create something. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so we got 1 minute. You good?
Yeah.
Sure. Do you have at least one more meeting with me before semester's over, or what?
Yeah, I think I have 3 more. When the assignments due on the next Tuesday. And the date.
This is the last week, isn't it?
Yeah, one more.
Really? I thought this was the last week.
Yeah, next week the last week.
Oh no! I got to cancel the track. So, do you have a pretty good idea? Yeah, I'll see you next time.